Quality is not something extraordinary. It is something ordinary done extraordinarily well. And that's for people that think quality is beyond them. Have you met people like that before? They have an excuse for being mediocre. If I'd gone to the right school. So see them, they went to private universities. That's why they speak better. That's why they dress better. No, it's not something out of your grasp. Quality is not what you do. Quality is not the field. Quality is not the product. Quality is how. And how is under what? How is under is possible for everybody. It's not anything extraordinary. It is something ordinary, but executed extraordinarily well. So the big question I want to answer this morning is, where does quality come from? How many of us have been served by a qualitative person before? Amen? See, I don't expect too many hands to be up. How many of us have experienced quality before? Have you ever asked yourself, where does quality come from? These guys that are excellent, they know what you're thinking, they exceed your expectations. How come? Where did it come from? Very simple. Quality comes from a personal sense of value. Quality flows out of a personal sense of value. And I'm going to tell you a story that I've told you before, but it underscores what I'm trying to say this morning. It was a story of two men stranded on an island. And one of them was crying and was, jittery and said, we're going to die here. And then, there are wild animals around and this one. And then the other guy was just cool. I was just whistling and excited. And the other guy said, see, don't you care? We're going to die here. We're going to perish here. The guy said, I make $100,000 per week. The other man said, what has that got to do with the fact that we are stranded here and we are going to die? I am a tither. So what are you talking about? Then he turned back and he said, I make $100,000 per week and I tithe 10%. My pastor will find me. Hello? What is he trying to say? Look, I know how valuable I am to somebody. If I don't show up in church by Sunday, he will look for me. That is how I can best describe to you what I call a personal sense of value. You know what you carry. In other words, you work in an organization, they pay you, and you don't get your paycheck at the end of the month like somebody's doing you a favor. You have an idea. If they fire me today, you know exactly what is going to be missing. I make $100,000 per week, not per month. And I tithe 10%. Amen? In other words, even if people don't come to church, that church receives $10,000 from me every week. Pastor will find me. So I can't die here. And it's the same thing. When you see people who are qualitative, who give value, it's not because of what they are going to get, it's because they have a sense of their own personal value. My next point will help you to understand what I'm trying to say. When you know how valuable you are, it conditions your behavior. And most of the time, the way people treat you is a reflection of the way you treat them. I'll take it again so that you can understand. When you have a clear sense of your personal value, it conditions your behavior. And the way people treat you, most of the time, is a reflection of the way you treat them. You know the reason why? Because profit does not inspire quality. It is value that does. Profit does not inspire quality. I'm telling you the truth. You would think if you pay people a lot of money, they will give you quality. No. No. I'll say it in another way so that you can understand what I'm saying. People don't necessarily pay you for the value of your products or services, but for how valuable your products and services make them feel. Two things I've said right now. When you see people that give up value, it's not because of how much they're getting. It's because there's value inside them. I told you that yesterday morning. There are some people, if you cut hair for them, they'll give you 10,000. Not because that's the value of what you have done for them, but that's how much they give as the least amount. And if you're going to get your financial harvest this year, you have to realize it's not the value for your service people pay for, it's how valuable you make them feel. Why do you think people pay a lot of money to brain surgeons? See, because if something is wrong with my head and you can fix it, What you have practically done is preserve my life. I'm not just going to pay you because you took a knife, you cut something. No, I'm going to pay you because of the value I place on my life. I read the story in a book by John C. Maxwell about a hairdresser who was called upon by an actress, all right, to package her hair. She was going for an event, and the guy came, and in less than 5-10 minutes, he just took one ribbon, combed the hair, and then packed the hair so beautiful. And the lady said, "How much is my bill?" The guy said, $3,000. The lady said, "What do you mean? $3,000 for just one ribbon?" And he took the ribbon, pulled it off, and all the hair fell down, and he said, "The ribbon is free." Did you get that? The ribbon is free. So you're not paying for the ribbon. You are paying for the value coming out of me. Are we together? So from now on, don't look at the time, don't look at the clock, don't look at the effort. Look at the quality that you have placed. And listen to this, if people are not paying you your value, it's only a matter of time. Everything they owe you becomes a seed. And like God did to the children of Israel, 400 years later, He made Egypt pay. They paid so much, the Bible said it was like they were robbed. For all the 400 years that they didn't pay. By the time the Jews left, what happened here? In other words, every rich man in Egypt in one night became poor. Because they paid. I don't know who this is for. You're getting paid this year. You don't sound like you're the person. I said you're getting paid this year. All your arrears, both written and unwritten. You know the reason why? Because quality becomes the whistle that you begin to use to call for. Sometimes they will treat you bad in a company. God will move you to the next one and then make the new company pay for all your trouble. Because He said, "I will give you double for your trouble."